Alright friends, welcome back to the channel. So this is the third testing league I'm doing for my tournament I'm playing, and this time it's time to look at Naya Depths. So I'm Naya Depths. The reason for being Naya Depths mainly is to get access to 4 blast effects in the board, and when we're playing Naya we might as well put into Minsc and Booze to help us with the grindy games. And I've also added a Mawloc to the main deck to give us some green sunnable targeted removal. What we are looking at when we're looking at this list is that we're hoping that we're not going to face off that much against Eldrazi and other non-blue creature decks, because we're skimming a little bit on the removal in the board. We'll see how that ends up for us. We're also skimming a little bit on the graveyard hate in the board as well. We have a main deck endurance, but outside of that we're trying to attack those kind of games in another way, trying to be more active on the stack, and let's see what that will do for us. So we're gonna go through a league and we'll see where we end up. See for game number 1. Alright, welcome to round 1. We are on the play. Let's get this started. So here we have a little bit of a slower start, but we have a route into the combo. We have some green sunnable stuff in turn 2, so we'll do that. Our opponent is mulling quite low, which gives me combo vibes, always these combo vibes. See where we end up. Alright, let's start with playing a fetch. And here we're gonna see if we're facing a wasteland based strategy. We'll go untap and get a basic forest. But this time they start on a swamp. Swamp pass, could be Reanimator, could be, what would be really bad here is Dark Ritual, Opposition Agent, but we're not beating that. Alright, we can at least not get dazed. That's always something that's positive for us. We'll get the Reclaimer, give them a target for their push. We'd love to rip a second green source so we can start playing protected creatures. If we don't do that, next turn might be playing Thespian Stage, copying our own forest, and then trying to draw into enough lands to protect our combo with. Or we could also go Knight next turn and just go for the combo the turn afterwards. We'll see, it depends a little bit on what they're doing. I'm a Reanimator player, which this seems to be. That starts with 5 cards. I'm a little bit more likely to go for the combo on. See if they tap out for Frog here, or if they reanimate the Troll. They're going Brainstorm. Probably digging for Reanimate or Fatal Push or Wasteland. We could also tap into get Sylvan Safekeeper. We'll see. Excavator is nice. So I feel like we have the long game kind of set up here for us. We're actually going to play the Knight into Daze, see if they want to pick up their Underground Sea, limit them a little bit on their mana, just because we have Ramanep and Green Sun. And then the next turn will be a little bit determining on what they do on their turn, but either push the combo or play Excavator. Oh, they're forcing. Or play the Excavator, grab an extra land so we can play a protected Lage. I think that they're only out if they play a more or less stock list is Brazen Borrower. Alright, it's Archon time. Archon into Wasteland is annoying, because we can't go for it on their turn. We can't take too many hits either. So we're discarding the Green Sun here. Because, let's see, they're gonna attack for 8 per turn. That's 16 in 2 turns. Or, so let's see. Or we play Excavator, get Windswept Teeth, try to Swords, and then go for a protected turn and combo the turn after. We are likely dead to Daze in this scenario. Alright, no Daze. We're putting them above 20 life here, but they have 2 cards in hand, so I feel that's okay. And then we can go, oh, they did have the Daze. Well, then we can go for a protected Lage the next turn. No, we can't, because we have to discard the Legolas here. Alright, goodbye Legolas, I hardly knew you. This is bad as well, because now they're at 23 life. Alright. So we'll play the Dark Depths. Do we have anything in our lands package that helps us here? Yeah, we have the Talon Gates. So Talon Gates, but they're still going no. So let's see, how do we do this? We're gonna keep the Frog back. We need the Talon Gates, the Archon, do that in their upkeep. Or we'll both make Merit Lage and Talon Gates in their upkeep. Get rid of the Archon, and then we're gonna go down to 1 life, and then hope that we somehow can power through the Frog. It looks kind of cool when the Archon is phased out with the animate dead there. We have some outs. Let's see if we get one of them. That's not one of them. All right, let's attack. And they did the right thing. Yeah, maybe we should have gone for it earlier there. Hard to say. So we'll bring in Choke here. We're bringing in the Blasts. I think ramming up is not the correct play here. GWx isn't for this game. Mawloc won't kill a frog, so we'll get rid of that as well. Down 1 Mox. Trim a library or 2. Trim 1 library and 1 prop rotation maybe. We're gonna bring in Harbingers. Do we want our full playset of diamonds in? Just get rid of the ceiling libraries and say that this game is about speed. Notable here is that we don't have any artifact removal. So if they bring in some kind of artifact 8-piece, we're gonna be quite cold against that. So what could we have done different there? Go for Merit a turn earlier, maybe. We'll keep this. We are going to go turn 1 Elvish Reclaimer, and then we're going to see what they do. We're going to go turn 1 Elvish Reclaimer off the Savannah, so we have access to a red source if we'd rather blast. Maybe this hand is a little bit too fair for the game. Maybe we should have mulliganed to some kind of permission. It all kind of boils down to if the Reclaimer lets us play the graveyard game a little bit. All right, Force of Will, pitching Brazen Bar. What does that say? It says that they're not worried against Merit Lage, that they want to go for a fast combo maybe for themselves, which means that if they don't play a basic land, we want to be able to waste them here. Try to set them back a little bit. All right, Legolas is good. We'll play the Heath out. Or Legolas isn't good at all. Sorry, we want some kind of permission. Maybe we don't play Ramming Up Excavator out there to play around days in the first game. Maybe we just swords the Archon and pass the turn. Wasteland. So here we can waste their Undercity Sewers. Or probably cycle Troll. Let them do that and then step in that case. And then we'll untap and destroy the sewers. Using that for a brainstorm. At least it is in a shuffle. Unless they have a Troll. Here we're not going to play into days. We'll play out the Flagstones. Double Wasteland, sure. So do we get the red source here? Probably. Then we play out the night. Or we should probably gotten the basic forest there, and to be able to keep our tricksy cards up against Wasteland, because if they waste our Savannah now, we won't have the quick reflexes up when we pass the turn to them. But still, they also need to respect the combo a little bit. So they want to keep their Wasteland for that. Unfortunately, I think that we're priced into using the crop rotation to prevent a reanimation here, which means that we're open to days in that perspective. Okay, the frog I will allow. All right, so do we want to kill the frog? Well, we can actually kill the frog when they decide to attack with it. So here we just play the Wasteland and we have some crop rotations and reflexes up and go for the bog as well. If they try to fly over with the frog, we're gonna Legolas quick reflex our knight after activating it. Okay, 2 frogs. So here we tap the Savannah, we go for a Wasteland, we untap Legolas, and then we win. Yeah, because we get to block the one frog there with enough wastelands to be able to grow it outside of their reach, and then we get to kill the other frog as well. All right, so let's see, do we want any changes? I don't think so. We'll just submit it as it is. All right, time for game 3. This is a tricky hand. We have crop rotation for Pyroblast. Quite bad if we face up against Daze, but I think that we keep this. Go turn 1 Savannah into turn 2 Flagstones. I feel good when I crop off of Flagstones because that kind of allows us to get some value against the force. I'm going to play off a Yavimaya because if they don't waste our Yavimaya, we have a route to the combo quite quickly as well. And if they try to waste our Yavimaya or if they go for a reanimation, well, too bad for us. We'll need to use the crop rotation. They must read this as crop rotation. All right, that's the frog. That's a swords. Nice. So we'll try to swords the frog here, although I would like to blast it. But we're going to save that for later. Do we go for the combo here? Let's see, is it protected? Nothing is protected against the Daze. I'm going to dump a fatty now. No. Let's think here. So we crop rotate away the flagstones. We get basic land Thespian stage. We get red source Thespian stage. Yeah, we have it protected, but it's not protected again if they do counter magic. But I like having access to the red source anyway, so we'll see. We'll try it. Seems like they're tapped out anyway, or that they just wanted to see what we got here. Now they're going to decide if they want a Daze or force. We're a little bit susceptible to the Harbinger here. That's double. All right, let's keep the one that makes the 20/20. If they go Entomb Reanimate here, we're not that happy, but if they try to bounce, we'll try to blast and we'll see. All right, that's good from them. Now they'll be able to bounce it. Yeah, that's the one line that gets us punished there, but we'll rebuild. That's what we do with this deck. We rebuild. They're playing the control game here. Yeah, relying on blasts as a way to get relying on duels as the only way to splash your blasts is a little bit hard for us. Now we're gonna play into Daze because we don't want the frog to kind of run away with the match. Maybe we should have done that off of the Thespian stage because if we draw the other Dark Depths or some other way there, maybe we shouldn't play into the Daze there. Maybe we should wait. But I think because my thought there is that they would have dazed us earlier, but I might have been wrong there as well. There might have been what I want to say is I think that they drew into that Daze a little bit late, but still we don't have that much going on in our hand, so in that perspective it would have been smart for us to play around it. As always, the defense is that, well, Daze would have eventually have gotten us, but eventually shouldn't have been now. Eventually should have been later. These blasts are looking embarrassing right now, but we'll see. We're still a land off. All right, now it's bad for funny. All right, so let's see. Copying that swamp there to be able to save our Thespian stage against Wasteland. Yeah, maybe slow rolling the crop rotation and the merit combo, but we didn't have that much going on in the hand. Maybe we should have just slow rolled that and kept building out our mana. I just don't know if we or they are favored in the long game. I mean, they can draw into the combo and we're gonna have a hard time stopping it, or draw into permission as well. Fanatic. You're gonna take it back to your hand. I mean, it's free. You can dump it to the frog. These Reanimator games are really tight, and the room for error is low. Something that I need to kind of remember when I go into the weekend. I'm not gonna have that many more turns, but if I draw mana source that's not red, I need to keep that in hand. If I draw a Mox, now it's gonna be hard for us. They're above 20 life. That's a knight at least, but will it be enough? Probably not. Let's see, how much power do they have? Say that we block a Fanatic. That's 4-8. No, we need to block a Barrowgoyf, which is of course bad. Yeah, we're dead here. We'll play out the last turn, but we are dead. Just swing with the squad. A Legolas would have been sweet here. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't have saved us at all. Let's see. So 4-8. Yeah, I need to block the Barrowgoyf and go down to 1 and then be dead. No, they can just discard. Yeah, that's too bad. All right, see you for the next one. Next one, let's go. I'll keep this hand down to 5 cards, down to 4 cards. If you go down to 4 cards, do we play Reclaimer at all at 1 or do we play a Forest and keep crop rotation up and hope that the Bog is just so bad not to do anything? No, we'll play the Reclaimer. Hope that they're not oops all spells. They don't seem to be oops all spells. So here, I think that we play the step and play the second Reclaimer. Give it pro blue. Just was it the other way around, but this will do. Once again, playing into days. But here I think that we developing is okay. Can go Safekeeper next turn. Bog in hand is not good. Do we go Bog? Keep up Reclaimer? Or do we bluff having Bog left in the deck? I mean, they're going to go for it if they have it anyway, so we'll go Bog. Second Bog in the deck now. All right, we'll get rid of the first Bog. Stifle? Is this Stifle Knot? I hope it's not. Stifle Knot. I hope it's not Stifle Knot. Yes, no, maybe? Oh, there we did a slight misplay as well. We should have played out the land before so we could have Reclaimer up to protect. Maybe it's just some tempo deck with Stifles in the main deck. Here we go for the combo, right? We have Safekeeper down. And we have Depths in hand. So we'll set this deck as blue-black tempo. Now they need Stifle, removal, and they need removal and 2 Stifles. That's Tamio. I'm definitely putting it on tempo now and not Reanimator. It's good. We tried playing at tempo yesterday. Main deck Edict. That's rude. That's really rude. But we will rebuild. All right. So here we're going to want more mana, so we can start tricksing around with crop rotation and such. So we'll go for Dryad Arbor, and unless they can dump 3 cards into the graveyard, which they can of course buy, but if they don't want to discard their entire hand, we can jump with Dryad Arbor and then use Reclaimer to go and get, yeah, they're not even attacking, trying to get some sweet card draw going. We could go for Caracas and bounce, but we get kind of blown out by a brainstorm. Well, yeah, let's let them do that. So we try to rebuild. Sure. We'll go for Thespian Stage. Force of Will, and no, just Force of Will gets us here. Then we get to play Knight. I need to find some way to get rid of a permanent here. So they can, they have Nihil Spellbomb, then they can go for the push. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. One more Tamio for the road. Yeah, sure. They've navigated this game good in the perspective that they've been able to answer everything that we've done. Maybe there was something else we could have done. No, I'm not playing any Surveil land. And there's no use in attacking here. So we're at the mercy of the top of our deck. But they had really good answers to the questions that we've been introducing to the game. So that's very well played by the opponent. From the Stifle and the Edict to the Force, the Spellbomb when they needed it to be able to get the push online. So really, really skillful. I like it when my opponents play well and I lose, because that means that there is room for improvement. All right, Mr. Bowmaster. Let's see, I'll just copy the Forest here. We're going to save the Safekeeper. Sacrifice the Thespian Stage. They get 1 object less and we save our Safekeeper. And there's the Wasteland. So, well, that's good. I was thinking that Green Sun would be a good thing to top deck here. Days, my arch nemesis. So we can get Mawloc. Let's see, they ultimate at -7. So the problem, if we go for knight... Wait, did I have Safekeeper out when they pushed the knight? Did I do something really bad there? I hope not. If I did and you're yelling at the screen, I deserve it. But we're still going for knight here. Hope that Days isn't the card that they have in their hand. If I did that, that's on me. Sorry. Because the Safekeeper's been in play forever, so I probably just missed it. Yeah, that kind of non-tight play will not win me games. One more spell bomb. Or like, yeah, he forgot it last time, so he's not going to remember it now. Need to keep track of what's exiled as well. Well, this time I remembered. Double push. Yeah, might as well. Maybe he had double push up before as well, and he or she had double push up before as well. That's a wasteland. Do we take a turn off and attack Tamiyo? And if we do we also attack with Safekeeper to offer the trade? I don't think so. Well, the thing is that next turn they're going to rebuy. If we don't attack the Tamiyo, they're going to rebuy the push. And we're getting a little bit low on land, so we'll play out the wasteland, and then we'll attack Tamiyo. We'll see if they want to save it with Bowmaster, or if they want to... yeah, they're going to save it with Bowmaster. At least they can just tap. The only thing they can do now is go up with Tamiyo. And then we need to draw some other kind of mana source to be able to go for merit. Hesitating a little bit with the frog there. Just a tad. What does that mean? Does that mean that they don't have that much more in their hand? We're thinking about finding a way to save, and that's something at least. That's something times 2. That's a land. We'll play that land out. Minus targeting push. So let's start by wasting their wasteland. The bog, unfortunately, is exiled. Alright, get your push. Do you have 2 of them? You have a second Tamiyo at least. Flying frog. There's no way for us to make merit here. Is there? Yes, there is. We can float a mana. No, we're 1 mana short. The problem is if they draw a wasteland here, we need to go and get Yavimaya in the end step. Yeah, that's a wasteland. Makes it harder for us to go and get Yavimaya, but we need to make something happen here. We can get Talon Gates here and then kill Tamiyo, but we'll have a lot of frogs. I think we just need to get the Yavimaya and force them to use the wasteland. That's a bad play. But our Thespian stage will become a Yavimaya. No, I accidentally passed priority. Yeah, that's sad. I pushed the wrong button. I was going to copy Yavimaya with the forest. Yeah, that's bad. Is this a situation where we scoop and go for another game? Murktide? Yeah, a lot of misplays there. I don't know if it was necessarily a misplay with, but it was that I wanted to copy Yavimaya, but it wouldn't have helped us anyway, so I don't know. Here I actually like to keep at least 1 library in. I'll go down on get rid of Caracas and a Mox Diamond. They're likely to bring in our friend Ramanep or Crop Rotation. We'll cut a Crop Rotation. Submit the deck, and let's see if we can play less crappy for game 2. I think that there were some errors in the beginning of the match, and then the Yavimaya play wouldn't have really have done any difference for us. But yeah. Do we go for a quick combo here? We have to win 2 games. Maybe we do. Now I clicked the wrong button. Damn it. I clicked the no button by mistake on the flagstone search. Yeah, this client and me were not always best friends. One of those days. This could have looked a lot better. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know. I guess clicking wrong in the client kind of is part of it. It's part of it. Let's just ensure that we don't click the wrong land here. We should have been able to play around days. We should have been able to do the 1 thing, the 2 things, the 3 things. We got that one at least. Yeah. No, we didn't. Alright, now we're playing around days again. Maybe we shouldn't have played around days there either. Play the Dryad Arbor instead. Kill Tameo. Now we have to sit the rest of the game and play around push. They have Bowmasters left. I don't like keeping Bowmasters in against our deck. Alright, so do we do the unprotected Lage or do we send the turn? We'll send the turn and we'll see if we can do the protected Lage instead. Alright, they have one card in hand. This is the last Lage that we get. Yeah, we're not enabling your push. I should have gotten the Dryad Arbor there. Playing a loose and sloppy. Legolas? Not a Legolas. Stifle? No. Here, unfortunately, I think that we need to block the frog to give them less... Alright. So... do they have the removal or not? Let's find out. They do not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Team. Let's just go to the last game. This isn't a keep, it's a mulligan. Here we can keep and we'll put crop rotation to the bottom. Are they wastelanding us here? Yes, they are. We're on the mulligan, so I guess that's the correct play to do. We'll exile their graveyard, hope to draw into another land. My thought on the keep there was that we are susceptible to a wasteland, but still I think that the hand has enough upside to, if they don't have the wasteland, we're looking really good. Now we'll probably not look as good. Thespian stage there is good. Now here is the next question. Do we play around Stifle? Yeah, we do. And here we go for basic forest. I mean, I want to go for the other thing, but we have too many green cards on hand to make that comfortable. Tick tock, the clock is ticking down. Soon it's the 5-minute warning. Best to draw a land. If we don't draw land, we will keep Reclaimer up, loan off by Stifle. We play a lot of lands in the deck. So they tanked a little bit and then they played a land. That's a good draw. It allows us to keep both Reclaimer activation and quick reflexes up. And hopefully we can go for a choke eventually. Here we will try to... are they stifling us or are they removing our creature? Let's attack Tameo. And then go sand it for Arbor. Here we crop rotate, go and get flagstones. They spellbomb us or are they just keeping it up? They're spellbombing us. Here we're not. Yeah, unless we draw us a mana source, we're gonna keep Reclaimer up. We could have played around Stifle here as well. They're targeting Stifle. It probably means that they have a second one in hand. Baiting it. And here we'll get a Taiga. Bad against Wasteland, but it's going to be a way for us to attack either the mana through choke. Yeah, let's try to choke them. Make those the cracking of clues a little bit more annoying for them. If they try to bounce, they don't. Murktide, I guess, is the way that they get out of this. Getting rid of our wasteland, so they want to keep their black mana. We're going to fetch for Savannah here. Play the Reclaimer. Keep second Reclaimer up. Get them under the choke. I have a lot of lands though. We could kill the Tameo there, but I'm not seeing that as the big problem right now. We'll protect ourselves against Murktide by bogging them. We don't have any bog left. We'll get a flagstones. Yeah, I think they saw that they couldn't win from the time there, and that's part of the game, I guess. We got destroyed game 1. Game 2, we made some really bad misplays, but we got there anyway. And then this last game, I think that even if they had more time on the clock, it was looking really good for us there. We had 2 reclaimers. We're going to get a night active. We had a lot of things going for us. A choke that we could protect with a blast. So yeah, let's move on to the next one and be thankful for what we got. All right, let's go. This is a mulligan. This here is a keep. It's a fast combo. Fast protected combo. Let's see. So we play Yavimaya. We play Mox Diamond, discard Savannah to be able to play around days. Saga's always tempting to go for, but I think that us with the fast combo here, Ghost Vacuum, is this Painter? Tempting. But I still think that going for the fast Lage plan here is the play. We'll see. We have a Wasteland in hand, so if they make plays here where this is combo, and if it's combo, I'm even more happy that we're going for the fast Lage. Not that happy anymore. Let's get an Ursa Saga on our side, and then we'll destroy their Ursa Saga. I don't think we have any main deck, because we have all the artifact removal and the Minsc and Boo and stuff like that in the board, so we'll just play this one out to see what deck we're facing. Is Painter, right? Karn. Sure, my Mox Diamond can't be used because we have the main deck artifact removal in the board here. So I actually think that we don't have any outs from here. We'll just see a little bit more on their deck. I got the coding, of course. Should have played the foothills here. Well, I can still copy another land in my upkeep. It's just best practice to copy the basic. Yeah, they can destroy it anyway, but at least we'll get something for the road. Good crop here as well, but I want a beat stick. But yeah, not having main deck artifact removal is going to hurt us here. My 1-3 will also hurt us. So we're not going to show them that we have blasts at least. Let's just see really quick. We can go for 2 here. We can go for the Teague. And that will prevent us from getting... because Mawloc, yeah, we could have done Mawloc post-combat. Now we won't get Lattice locked. Here's one of these. Do we bring in blasts or not? I think we're not going to bring in the blasts, but it's interesting. It's always an interesting dynamic if you want to do that or not. They just name something else and the blasts are useless. But because we haven't shown them that we're red, they might name blue, and then we can bring them out for the last game. But I think that we're going to have problems enough to get... yeah, let's just concede this game and move on to the next one. Not show them more from our deck. So Force of Vigors, Collector Oof, Fungus. I like 1 Minsc and Boo at least to be able to fling the merit. Maybe 2. We'll see how many cuts we have. We're not going to bring in the blasts. Can get rid of 1 library. I actually like getting rid of the diamonds because we don't want them to be stranded in our hand. Here I like Mawloc to pick out the goblins. Bog is good. Caracas could be cut here. Yeah, I like that. Having 1 endurance is good to shuffle our deck for the potential outs. Teague is good at turning off Karn. I will try this. I would like to go first. No green mana. Otherwise, I really like the hand. But we can't risk it. We can keep this. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, Vexing Baubles is okay. Here we need to be a little bit vigilant for their moon effects. With that said, I do like getting a Elvish Reclaimer down, so we'll do that. We will get a basic forest, play Reclaimer. And then we have Crop Rotation up, we have Legolas Quick Reflexes up. Vexing Bubble turns off Force of Vigor and it turns off Endurance. Well, I think this might be a game where we actually get to hard cast it. Blood Moon, you say. Let's do like this. Let's grab a basic planes. Unfortunately, we can't ramp now. but we can play a bog. So we can go for the fungus here, or we can go for the teak. We're not going to have anything protected in this game because of us sporting out the Moxes, the Moxen. We're probably not going to go for a 4-drop next turn, and then we can get rid of the Blood Moon. Yeah, maybe we just... or we can do that as a surprise. So if we can actually get a free Lage here. So we keep Legless open, and then we go for Lage. And then we can destroy the Blood Moon. We probably should have played the Reflexes because we're going to need all the mana we can get. Oh, they are going for a 4-drop. What are you getting? Dear opponent, what are you getting? Nothing. So we'll get the Dark Depths here. Play Flagstones. Attack Karn. Then Green Sun for removal. They're probably going to get Bridge if they want to protect against Merit. But in that case, we'll just destroy the Bridge instead. Yeah, the Karn Blood Moon squeeze is rough because I want to keep the Moxes in. So I have... I'm better at playing around Blood Moon. But the Moxes is really bad in the face of Karn. If there is a game 3, we'll need to think about it. But if they go for Bridge and play Bridge, we'll at least be able to kill Karn. That's always something. If they play another Moon effect, we'll just respond to it on the stack. This has to be Ensnaring Bridge because otherwise they're dead. Mox Opal, alright. Sure. And then we'll begin the sideboard. Maybe they brought in all of their bridges, so they have the main deck. Let's bring back 1 diamond at least. So we have an out. We'll do that for a library. Alright, so now we're going to prioritize hands that have access to turn 1 basic. This isn't turn 1 basic, but I think we keep it. And then hope that they don't have the turn 1 blood. No, we can't mulligan to basic plains either. Or sorry, basic forest. At least if they Blood Moon us now, we can play both Mawloc and Minsc and Boo. That's always nice. Alright, Tutor, what are you getting? Is it the Blood Moon? It is the Blood Moon. I'm gonna fetch. In response, get myself a forest. I'd be happier if I had a plains as well, but beggars can't be choosers. Maybe I should have kept the Dark Depths as kind of a surprise. Just thinking about getting it out of hand now. Well, that's a plains. Let's play it, so they need to play around the plains. And then we have Minsc and Boo next turn. That's sweet. If they play a Painter, we need to go Mawloc. Get rid of the Painter. Simian Spirit Guide. Yeah, you're not what we're afraid of. So, Minsc and Boo, or Mawloc. Now we'll go Minsc and Boo here. And then we jam. Try to close this game out. They have 2 mana sources in the combo. They have 2 mana sources in the combo. That's not 2 mana sources in the combo. That's 1 mana source. Attack Minsc. And no, not this time. Oofy. I like Oofy. Oofy allows us to do a lot here. So we'll start by suiting up the hamster. And then we'll attack with the hamster. Unfortunately, we can't protect Oof. So if they have like Bolt, well, if they had Bolt, they'd finished Minsc off before. Yeah, I think Oof is the safest play to go here. Are gonna use that mana? Yes, they are. Not too bad we couldn't protect it there. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Or as I say, something that dies to Mawloc. Great, so picked apart Painter. It's a rough matchup, or it's actually the strawberry version, but strawberry shortcake. It's a rough matchup, but it's winnable. We were able to play around Blood Moon effects, and that's kind of what decided the game. I guess our opponent kept their hand and went for the Blood Moon plan. Game 3, we would have been destroyed if they went for turn 1 Blood Moon, but it's hard to play around that. All right, see you for the next game. All right, time for the next game. We don't have any early plays, but we have some early interaction, so we're going to keep this. We can't afford to play around Stifle here if it's the Stifle again, unless we draw another mana source. Yes, now we can afford to play around Stifle. So we'll play the Wooded Foothills to have the most options. That's going for... oh no, we have the Bog in hand, sorry. I was saying going for the bog if they go for reanimation, but that's not gonna happen. All right, Reclaimer. So let's see if you have the Stifle. Did not, or at least you didn't play it. I'm gonna play bog here, so that's why I'm not playing around days. Maybe I should have. This is a hard cast days. Maybe it's just right to play around days there, but I want to be able to have second bog up next turn. I need to get bogged down this turn anyway. We have endurance here if they go for the reanimation plan. Please waste my bog. Yes, thank you, sir. Do we waste them? If this is the reanimator version, let's go for a wasteland. And then we'll see what happens. End step brainstorm. No entomb. So now we can at least endurance around days. 2 endurance. They get it back in their deck if we endurance and we 2-for-1 ourselves. Yeah, we're gonna endurance. Who am I kidding? I don't really... Let's not... I was thinking if I want a crop rotation, I actually want to keep the... I want to play the taiga, because I don't really care about the taiga, so I can crop it away. But this gives us a couple of good options here. We can play Thespian Stage next turn, or play taiga and have both plow and crop rotation up. All right, are you getting it back? It's the Archon this turn. Yeah, I guess we crop. Go for Echoing Deeps. Target the bog. Bog targets opponent. No Atraxa for you. Thespian Stage Dark Depths with 1 card in our opponent's hand. Let's copy our planes. Yeah, we're not doing that much, so let's just play the Dark Depths. This time we're not playing around Wasteland, but we're playing around Reanimate on Archon. We'll see if that's the correct decision. Yeah, it was. Not all decks are on Wasteland. Not all Reanimator decks are on Wasteland anymore. So I think I boarded something like this. I wanted to keep at least 1 diamond in for the Harbinger. I'll keep 1 diamond in for the Harbinger. All right. Turn 0 interaction, not that important, but we'll keep this hand. I was talking about Wasteland before, but I remember that the Wasteland are bog, so that kind of answers the question if they're on Wasteland or not. All right, let's cast a Mox Diamond. The Hero Green Sun into Daze, because we have 2 Green Suns and want to get some action on the board. So if they pass the turn here, it's looking good. It's not looking great, but it's looking good. Dismember, sure. Reanimate Reclaimer, yeah, that's okay. We're going for another Reclaimer. This time we daze it. No, I don't want to pay for daze. I do want to draw a land, though. Sure, I deserve that. All right, land. Great. I mean, if they try to waste us again, we can use crop rotation, but I don't want to use crop rotation for that. I want to have crop rotation either to pitch, to endurance, or to activate on our opponent. The Reclaimer is mildly annoying now. If we were to remove it, we should have removed it before. And we can try to make it walk into endurance next turn. Yeah, I think we'll keep our plows for the frog, so that's what we're really worried about. All right, Sanet. Go and get the Arbor, slowly rebuild. Now we can do the endurance trick next turn where we play endurance and try to ambush. Is it Harbinger? Yeah, I'll float a white and we'll try to allow it. That was something that we were allowed to do. Thespian Stage. That allows us to keep a plow open and ambush Reclaimer. Unfortunately, that uses our endurance, and it's always nice to have that up as a combat trick, but they're down to 3 cards in hand. We're playing a frog as well. Getting some juice out of their graveyard is good. Okay, they played around it, so then we go bye-bye Froggy. I'm gonna go for some Wasteland action, maybe. It's okay for me if you want Wasteland. We're kind of we're kind of getting out of the Wasteland thing. So all right, now we go for endurance. Hardcast Force so well. I guess that's okay. Dark Depths for the win. Yeah, that's Dark Depths for the win. All right, great. Now, after struggling a little bit against this deck, we were able to dig out of 2 games. They got a little bit flooded here in the second game, but it also shows that there is a decision to make from their perspective, where they decide if they go into keep a lot of the combo or go into interaction. In this case, they played a dismember. They tried to do some reanimation shenanigans, but we had the correct answers for it, and then we were able to rip the combo in the end. So great, let's go to the next game. And we're live for the final game, 4-1 or 3-2. That's the question that we will be answering. This is not a keep, this is a mulligan. This isn't that much better, but it is a backdoor to a quick combo, so we'll keep it. Bottom the step. We should have bottomed the arbor. It doesn't matter. No, we should have bottomed the step because we were planning on keeping the Mox Diamond here. So we will start by playing a Savannah, and then we'll cast a Mox, discard the arbor. Now, there's a argument for playing it a little bit more grindy when we're already down a card, but I want to be able to copy something next turn with Thespian Stage. I can copy versus Workshop. Hello, my friend the Teagster. You are a friend that I like. Don't mind me, I'm just here to turn off the One Ring and others. Flesh Raker, or as I call it, Swords to Plowshare's target. Let's draw a card, see what we can find. Saga. It's something that I can copy with my Thespian Stage. We'll copy that too. Did I forget to attack with Teague last turn? Yeah, Teague was supposed to be at 18, right? Yeah, their constructs have potential to be a lot larger than our constructs are. But our constructs have a potential to live forever. Do we keep the land in hand so we can search for something fun with the search trigger next turn? Probably. We could take 4 at this stage, get some stuff down here, and with the trigger on the stack. Oh yeah, I want to place triggers here, and then I've done a mistake here before. Get a Mox Diamond. We'll discard the thing there. We'll try to block here. That was possible. Yeah, we'll see what they can do to get themselves out. They're probably keeping a lot of 0 drops for the Flesh Rakers. Alright, let's copy and begin sideboarding. Alright, so artifact combo stuff. Siphoning Silence, Force of Vigor, Fungus, Collector Oof. We keep Mawloc in here, right? Yeah, we do. Let's go down to 2 plows. Take 1 more Caracas, although Caracas can be used to save our Teague. But the problem is that if they find a way to remove Teague, bouncing it will just allow them to go with their combo. I like keeping the acceleration in here. Probably go down a Legolas, although we wanted to protect our Teague. Yeah, I think the step needs to go here. We'll take away the step, we'll keep the Caracas, take down 1 crop rotation, go down 1 library. We'll go down 2 libraries when we're on the draw. Won't really have time for that. And then we will submit this deck. We lost to this deck the other day as well, I think at least. But if I don't misremember, it was kind of close at least. Yeah, that was the game. So we played an early Teague, and then we were beaten down by 2 2s, and we just didn't draw anything but lands and irrelevant cards for many, many turns. If you want to see that video, you can go back in the history of the channel. I think it was the Ops and Depths one, but otherwise just read the description and you'll see which one was against this artifact combo shenanigan deck. We lose to Vexing Bauble, but otherwise we have a fast knight, so we'll keep this. We're down to 5 cards. That means that they're likely a little bit less likely to have the Bauble. The question is, do we pitch the other Force of Vigor or do we pitch the knight? Question right now, or the answer right now, is none of the above. We're down to 4, so here we're actually going to wasteland them. I like keeping the wastelands for the sagas, although as we saw last game, sagas are quite sweet if we get a hold of them. We'll do that and see if that incentivizes them to somehow start throwing out artifacts. Yeah, with another land draw, that makes it even easier for us. We'll keep the diamond in hand. Here we might actually play the, I will let them have some mana. Play the ring maybe. Karn. We lost at Karn before. We get rid of the knight. We should have waited for this, right, until they revealed what they were getting with Karn. We got the coding. So we'll see. Coding against this. We're unfortunately not going to have that much time to work with. Green card is good here. We get their coding and the monolith. Yeah, unfortunately this is going to cost us. So this is going to cost us a land because there's no way for us to... Well, we could also just not play a land. Yeah, I guess that's an option. Or they could just do like that and get a Dryad Arbor. Take away some of the bad draws. Because we need to go to their turn to be able to play the Force of Vigor for free. So they'll get our Dryad Arbor here. They did not get our Dryad Arbor here. I'm missing how that interaction works. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's just a bad draw. So we'll be able to keep Karn from searching for artifacts at least, and then we will eventually work up so we can Thespian stage of Dryad Arbor. Okay, that changes everything. But at least we can copy it. Or does this change something? We could... So we could wager that they don't have a second mana source here and go for Collect Roof. Yeah, that's how we're gonna go. We're gonna say you don't have a second mana source. We're gonna go for Collect Roof, and then we'll copy the Saga on our next turn. They had a second mana source. That's also interesting. So here we can give them. So we can play Ramanap, get Wasteland, or we can copy the Wasteland. I just think it's better to not allow them to search. Or we allow them to search. We can destroy. Let's see. I think the question is here. Do we want them to be able to search out an artifact, or do we want to kill 2 of their mana sources for free? We want to kill 2 of their mana sources for free. So we'll get their Saga here. Now they're going to get to search for an artifact, unfortunately. So they're going to have the largest creature on board, but there's still a lot of game to be played, and it's going to be hard for them to push too much because then we'll smoke the Karn. It all depends on what they have here. We've been sandbagging the Thespian stage a little bit, and we're going to start wasting their normal mana sources. What are they getting now? Pithing Needle? Yeah, what do you want to name? Wasteland, probably. Yeah, but can you attack? Teague is good. Turns off GWx command. And we also have infinite jump blockers with Dryad Arbor as well. Now, to make me really happy, I want to find like some kind of protection for my hate bears as well. Now they're going to start gaining life. And they still have an active Karn. But we have a route to the combo. I repeat, we have a route to the combo. And they can't wasteland us off it. Alright, Green Sun. Green Sun for Sylvan Safekeeper. Okay, Green Sun for Safekeeper. Let's see, we can Green Sun for Safekeeper and still have the Dark Depths up. Let's see if we kept Safekeeper in. Yes, we did. No, we can't. We can't Green Sun. Of course we can't Green Sun. We have GWx Teague in play. GWx Traitor Teague. Yeah, but we won that. Yeah, that was rough for the opponent. We had a couple of decisions there where we could decide if we wanted to go for Collect Roof or copy their Urza Saga, and I think that we did the right decisions throughout the game. Took the options where we turned off as much of their interaction as possible, and then eventually we drew into the combo. I would wager that their 5-card hand has a lot of 4-drops in it. All right, I'll be back for the wrap-up. All right, welcome to the wrap-up for this night's Depths session. 4-1 in the bank. That was nice and needed. So if we look a little bit at the list, I had Naya on the bottom of the list of the decks that I was thinking of for Nationals, mostly because I think that the Red Splash was the weakest of them. I tend to like Thoughtseizes and Bowmasters and Grists as the splashable cards, but I was impressed. I really was. The blasts in the board were great. Minsc and Boo was good for the game where they came in, and Mawloc was a nice target to have. I don't think we used it once, and if there's cards here that I'm looking at kind of rearranging, it would be Mawloc. I think that one change that I would do is that I'd bring the fungus in and take the Mawloc to the board, and then probably change Mawloc for a white removal spell, either in the form of Prismatic Ending, which is not that good with Teague, or just like a Path or a Get Lost or something that can help me and play around Chalice and get a leg up in those games. 2 Force of Vigors is also... let's talk about the lack of the graveyard hate. So we just have 1 Endurance in the board. We'd usually see 1 or 2 more Endurances, maybe Fairy Macabre, Surgical, something like that. I don't think that we necessarily needed them in the games that we played, and we played 2 games where those cards are really important, and that's because of the Bog package that we have in the land base as well. But then there was 1 game where we had our Endurance, and it was really clutch. So that's something that needs to be thought upon. But I could see cutting a Mawloc. I could see going down to 3 blasts, and then think a little bit about if Deafening Silence is supposed to be Deafening Silence or if it's supposed to be Dampening Sphere. I've played with Dampening Sphere recently and enjoyed that a lot, so it's hard to say. Tomorrow is going to be my last testing session before Nationals this weekend, and I'm going to try a green-white list, not with explorations, but just a straight-up green-white list with Saga. I've been off Saga for a while, but I've also been missing having something in the land package that I can go for, so I'll be trying that out at our local FNM, and then on Thursday night I have some thinking to do on which deck I'm going to end up with. And we'll see. We have a team tournament on Friday, which is also kind of a testing session, and then the main event on Saturday. So we'll see where we end up, but hopefully when I get back, I'll record a league and I'll let you know how it all went. That's after these 3 leagues that I've recorded now. I need to get those out as well. But thank you for watching, and have a great day.